Dame Dash. And the dash is to the left to reflect a negative value. Attorneys for some of Dash's creditor argue that the former Rockefeller Records executive failed to disclose his life rights in his Chapter 7 filing, claiming that those rights could be sold to help pay off the more than $20 million in debt. The legal team states that Dash's public persona and career history possesses significant commercial value, particularly given his ties to Jay-Z and the legacy of Rockefeller. Christopher Brown, an attorney representing multiple judgment creditors, accused Damon Dash of omitting key assets and providing misleading information in his bankruptcy petition. The debtor has failed to disclose his life story rights, Brown wrote in the filing, adding that Dash's statements about a biopic based upon his life proves he knows the rights exist and that they hold value. Brown pointed to Dash's public comments about developing a film based on his life, referencing 2022 media coverage about a potential Rockefeller movie. He claims Dash intentionally left out these rights from his asset list, which would make them eligible for liquidating. The filing also accuses Dash of listing a UPS store mailbox instead of his actual residence and failing to report business interest already seized by the U.S. Marshal for public auction. So you can't even get yourself out the hole making a movie getting into the Bobby Brown multiverse. Because there's gonna be a Jay-Z multiverse, although we know who gonna play Beyonce. You know what though? They may not do movies to death about them and their ilk. Like, they're in their mid-40s. Like, it would be interesting. Like, did they do a Destiny's Child movie? They need to do a Destiny's Child movie. I don't know who'd play Beyonce, but that would be cute. That would be cute because they're all grown now. But I see them being very tight and stingy with their rights, and Dame Dash by himself. We know that story. That story really ended with the Leah's plane crash. And why were you going after that young woman? That 22-year-old woman. You were what, 38? But imagine that. Imagine that. Miss Pity Pat. Don't let it get fat. So I don't know how much those rights would really be worth. Who is checking for a Dame Dash movie? That's a movie that used to go on Tubi, and now Tubi's saying you got to have a movie that has a budget of $500,000 rather than $50,000 to be on, so we ain't gonna have black movies on Tubi no more, y'all. They did a Fox Network bait and switch. Jaden Smith named Louboutin's first ever men's creative director. Did he go to school for fashion? If he went to school for fashion, okay. I mean, they like to dress his little thin ass up, but I guess. Pharrell ain't go to school for fashion, and I like some of his shit, so child, have at it. Literally, child, have at it. Carry my bag to the Hilton. The Hilton? Who said I was staying at the Hilton? I never said I was staying at the Hilton. Oh, Carrie Hilson. Who is that? Well, apparently shrooms helped cure her depression. And she was depressed because people would throw Beyonce CDs at her whenever she was seen walking in public on the street. And those CD corners were pointy and rough. I feel bad for the heifer. Getting a CD in the back of the knee. Ooh, that's gotta smart. Stacey Schroeder calls out Her Royal Highness, Meghan Markle, for not showing appreciation to her fan. Girl, Every artist does not have to get out and throw a block party to be with their fans. She is Her Royal Highness. She is literal royalty. She ain't got time to be palling with the peasants. She does what she can. Lord. Had a whole damn empire after her, and you want to say she ain't showing love to the fans. They showing love to her? I think she's stuck in 2017, and she thinks I'm just a lowly reality person. The Duchess of Sussex. Stassi from Vanderpump fucking Rules. You're not even a housewife. Now, if you were a housewife, maybe you could have that countess connection. But I'm sorry, the Duchess Sussex. I can see why she's not palling with Pump. She stayed in Tyler's house. Oh, Lord, Tyler probably wanted to grab on her man. She said, look, let him borrow that pussy so we can borrow the house. Lisa Rinna. I have to respect the rebrand. She has declined to film for Housewives of Beverly Hills at Kyle's wedding, Kyle's daughter's wedding. And she isn't coming to BravoCon. She turned down the invite. Oh, that's right. She got booed at the last BravoCon, so she tucked her tail and ran. Oh, God. Kenya. How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. You want to get on your podcast since you're off your program and step down from your platform. Well, pushed off, rather hoisted by your own petard. But now you want to get in your drag queen accessories store and ask Karen Huger, were you the top or the bottom in jail? You know what you would be in jail? As unwanted and untouched as you are now. And see, nobody was thinking about your ass till you had to come for the grand dame. Since you want to be rude, let's get rude. No one wants to see you in the nude. At least Karen had somebody pining and perched for her pussy. Nobody wants yours. Let's talk about that. Karen kept Ray and got blue eyes. Who wants you? You see, this is why you don't come for relationships when you're in a relationship. It's too easy to keep it cool. I could do this all day. Unwanted, unasked for, unneeded. Bravo's been trying to shake you loose. They said, oh, thank God she fired herself. You sitting around waiting for the phone to ring like a woman back. Girl, you sitting around waiting like it's waiting to exhale. Lionel, are you there, Lionel? I've got to keep the line clear for Lionel to call. You're still waiting for Lionel to call. You're still waiting for Lionel to dance. It's time to twirl on. Life has twirled on, and Housewives has twirled on without you. They are in the middle of filming this season, which means this shit's gonna air relatively soon. They're not gonna do another 1.5 year break. You know what that means? You're missing the next season because that shit's gonna be airing high in springtime. Were you the top or the bottom? Somebody wanted Karen's top and bottom. When has someone wanted yours? Since you're gonna talk about her, we gotta bring you up. You out here crying lonely teardrops. That's been your storyline for how long? Why, since you've got this forced hiatus, heifer, why don't you come back with a man, with an institute, with someone who wants your top and bottom? Since you're so concerned about jail jiggling, you always put your face in somebody else's pussy. Maybe you need a woman. I wish you love, sincerely. I don't want you to be old and alone, but since you brought it to the forefront, since you said, ring, 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 dinner time, and you thought we was going to eat Karen up, heifers on the menu tonight. We're going to stew that mutton. But this is why when you are in your tumultuous relationship with your baby daddy, who definitely did not help your career, when you paying men to come on this show and have no public relationship, don't go after anybody else's public relationship. Karen ain't done shit to you. Were you the top or the bottom? Worry about somebody checking under your own hood. And join me at 9 p.m. for the introduction of the new book in the reading club, Black AF History, a New York Times bestseller. I'll see you live on Patreon.